Hey guys, it's Courtney, and I am here to check in with you on how you're doing with your accountability goals. So I know January feels like it was 3 years ago at this point, but do you remember way back when you first set those goals? How are you doing with those? How many of you have called it quits or forgotten about your goals or just put them on the back burner? By the end of this video, I am hoping that you will feel motivated again to continue with your goals or pick up where you left off or create new ones to make sure you finish 2020 a success. So one of my big goals this year was to run a 10K. I've never done one before. I thought it'd be fun, and by the middle of March, I kind of knew that that wasn't going to happen. I had one picked out for the end of April, and I know you can do it virtually. I wanted my first experience to be the real deal. So I knew during March, I feel like when everyone kind of started working from home or this uncertain time kind of started, I started working from home as well with 3 kids. And so my goal for that kind of got put off to the side and forgotten about, which is kind of silly because I feel like running is pretty easy to social distance yourself by doing. But as most of you probably know, working from home with 3 kids or any other obstacles at home isn't a walk in the park, especially when you can't go to the park or the zoo or anywhere. I kind of just forgot about it and focused on what I was doing now and what fires I was putting out for that day. One day, it just clicked for me. I realized that I had lost my accountability partner. I stopped checking in with her and she stopped checking in with me. We kind of just put our goals off to the side and focused on the moment, and we lost sight of that big goal that we had when we kicked it off in January. So maybe you guys are in the same boat. What goals did you or your team start the year with that now you're finding aren't feasible during this time or aren't important at the moment, so you're just forgetting about them or realizing that you don't need to do them right now? I want you to refocus your thinking with that. What goals can you be putting in place right now, or sub-goals can you be putting in place to still reach that goal by the end of 2020? So we recently just did that here. Actually, we create overall 2020 goals, which I'm sure a lot of you do, and then we break them down by quarter and then kind of sub-goals based on the quarter. So we looked at what can we be doing right now that maybe we had for quarter 3 or quarter 4, but can we move that up because there are certain things that we couldn't do at the end of quarter 1, start of quarter 2. What can we be doing right now to still accomplish that goal? So is it doing research or finding data for this certain goal that we wanted to accomplish? Or could we write or update procedures or update graphics on the website or find ways to get new information to clients or consumers? There are many things that you can do right now that will help you still complete your goal by the end of 2020. One thing you can take a look at is what goals did you set for yourself this year, or what things did you have to work on at your last performance review? If you wanted to seem more approachable with your team or have them communicate with you more, this is a perfect opportunity to do that, whether you are working from home or whether you are extremely busy doing work at the office or out in the field or whatever kind of work that you are in. I think that communicating more effectively and communicating more is very valuable at this time. So figure out ways how you can do that with your team. Can you set up one-on-ones with them? They might not look the same for everyone. So Sally might not like to talk on the phone or video because there's so much chaos at her house, but she will explain things to you in email or give you updates if you just chat with her in the morning through your IM. But Bill over here, he's not going to email you. He wants to talk to you face-to-face or through a video. He wants you to pick up the phone and call him and then kind of ask how he is first. Work him into talking about what he's doing for the day or what issues he's having. You have to discover with your team on the best way to communicate with them and then go from there. Try to find time every day or every week to connect with them individually and as a team. People will look back on this time of uncertainty or unknown and they will realize what their company did or didn't do for them during this time. So take the extra time and appreciate your team. You want your team to look back when it kind of goes back to the normal or the new normal, like, wow, my company was awesome. They handled this change so well. I felt so valued. I knew they appreciated all the extra work I was putting in or doing. I will have no problem going the extra distance when we have more orders to fill or we are busier in the fall. You want those employees, and you want them to know that they are valued and appreciated at your organization. Finally, view this time as an opportunity, a time to get your goals streamlined, a time to refocus and find out what's important for you and your company. Don't quit on your goals for this year, and don't put them off to the side or put them on hold for 2 months. Keep pushing forward. So pull out your goal journal or your document on your computer or wherever you saved your goals at the beginning of 2020 or before, and reevaluate them. What can you do now to put you closer to the end result? And then reach back out to your accountability partner. I actually just reached out to mine this morning and said, hey, what are we going to do to still accomplish this goal for 2020? We need to find new races in the fall or whenever that happens again. We need to kind of get our butts back in gear. What are we going to do to continue to make this goal possible for 2020? Make sure you go through the changes with your goals with your accountability partner, and make sure you make it clear how they can still help you. How are they still going to help you accomplish everything that you need to for this year? And then check in with them. How can you help them accomplish their goals this year? The year has only just begun. There's a quote from Earl Nightingale that says, "The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put that passing time to the best possible use." So the question I have for you is the same question I had back in January. What will you accomplish this year?